Mueller wants the FBI to look at a scheme to discredit him. The special counsel says a woman was offered money to fabricate sexual harassment claims. An alleged scheme to pay off women to fabricate sexual assault allegations against special counsel Robert Mueller has been referred to the FBI for further investigation, a spokesman for the special counsel's office told The Atlantic. When we learned last week of allegations that women were offered money to make false claims about the special counsel, we immediately referred the matter to the FBI for investigation, the spokesman, Peter Carr, told me in an email on Tuesday. The special counsel's office's attention to this scheme and its decision to release a rare statement about it indicates the seriousness with which the office is taking the purported plot to discredit Mueller in the middle of an ongoing investigation. The special counsel's office confirmed that the scheme was brought to its attention by several journalists who were told about it by a woman alleging that she herself had been offered roughly $20,000 by a man claiming to work for a GOP activist named Jack Berkman to make accusations of sexual misconduct and workplace harassment against Robert Mueller. The woman told journalists in an email, a copy of which I obtained, that she had worked for Mueller as a paralegal at the Pillsbury, Madison, and Sutro law firm in 1974, but that she didn't see him much. When I did see him, he was always very polite to me, and was never inappropriate, the woman wrote. The firm has not returned a request for comment about whether the woman actually worked there. The woman explained that she was contacted by a man with a British accent who wanted to ask her a couple questions about Robert Mueller, whom I worked with when I was a paralegal for Pillsbury, Madison, and Sutro in 1974. I asked him who he was working for, and he told me his boss was some sort of politics guy in Washington named Jack Berkman. I reluctantly told him that I had only worked with Mr. Mueller for a short period of time, before leaving that firm to have my first son. She continued, in more of an effort to get him to go away than anything else, I asked him what in the hell he wanted me to do. He said that we could not talk about it on the phone, and he asked me to download an app on my phone called Signal, which he said was more secure. Reluctantly, I downloaded the app and he called me on that app a few minutes later. He said, and I will never forget exactly what it was, I want you to make accusations of sexual misconduct and workplace harassment against Robert Mueller, and I want you to sign a sworn affidavit to that effect. The man offered to pay off all of my credit card debt, plus bring me a check for $20,000 if I would do it, she wrote. He knew exactly how much credit card debt I had, right down to the dollar, which sort of freaked me out. The woman was not willing to speak to the reporters by phone, according to Scott Stedman, one of the reporters who received the letter. Some portions of her story have gone uncorroborated, and her identity has not been independently confirmed. Around the time that the journalists began receiving the email, however, Berkman released a video on his Facebook page claiming, without evidence, that Mueller has a whole lifetime history of harassing women. On Tuesday, the day the special counsel's office revealed that it had referred the woman's claims to the FBI, Berkman tweeted a similar allegation. In an emailed statement, Berkman denied knowing the woman who originally alerted journalists to the alleged scheme and called the FBI referral a joke. Mueller wants to deflect attention from his sex assault troubles by attacking me. He added in a separate email that, on Thursday 1200 noon ROSSYLN Holiday Inn we will present a very credible witness who will allege that Mr. Mueller committed against her a sexual assault. Mueller's spokesman reiterated that the claims are false. Berkman, a conservative radio host, is known for spreading conspiracy theories. He launched his own private investigation into the murder of the DNC staffer Seth Rich, dangled uncorroborated claims of sexual harassment against a sitting member of Congress, and earlier this year offered $25,000 to FBI whistleblowers for any information exposing wrongdoing during the 2016 election. He also promoted legislation that he authored, despite not being a member of Congress, that would ban gays from playing in the National Football League, and has hosted 2 fundraisers for Rick Gates, the former Trump campaign official who was indicted by Mueller late last year.